السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري وأحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Last week we brought you an intriguing interview with the Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Honorable Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, and the feedback has been amazing. A lot of people enjoyed the interaction. Today we have another interesting interview for you, again from the Parliament of Ghana, another member of Parliament whose rise to the top has been incredible. He's been uh, an ambassador of the Qur'an, and on numerous social media videos, we have seen his videos. He is in the former Bono Ahafo region. That's where he's from. But before I introduce to you my guest and we get talking, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'll introduce to you who I'm speaking to and we get talking. Thank you for sticking and staying with us on CNO TV. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my video. Guest today is Honorable Haruna Seidu. Honorable Haruna Seidu is the Member of Parliament for Wenchi. He's been an ambassador of the Quran on a number of occasions. We've seen his videos where he's reciting the Quran in melodious tones. And so today, we'll be speaking to him to find out how he got his Quranic education, where he grew up, and the impact the Zongo community has had on him. Honorable, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for your time.
Welcome, my brother.
It's been hectic. It's been hectic, especially in this month of Ramadan, but you've made time to speak to us. We are most grateful.
Thank you.
Honorable, to start with, where were you born? How did you grow up? And what are some of the interesting memories that you recall growing up as a child in that community?
Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. In the first place, I will recommend you for this wonderful program.
Thank you very much.
I think this is a program that will let people know that you see somebody at a high level thinking that he has knowledge in only the
Western education.
But this, your program will enlighten people to know that those who have the Western education sometimes may have knowledge in the Islamic as well.
Allahu Akbar.
It's a very wonderful program.
Thank you very much.
You for that.
Thank you very much.
And I also take this opportunity to wish all Muslims Ramadan Kareem, and pray that may Allah accept our prayers.
Amin summa amin.
Especially in these last 10 days of Ramadan,
No.
which the day that we are all fighting for, which the
Laylatul Qadr. No.
It's a day that no Muslim should miss that day.
Inshallah.
So it's a day that we are all fighting for. May Allah make that easy available for all Muslims.
Amin summa amin.
Thank you very much. Alhaji Seidu Haruna, the MP for Wenchi, was born in Wenchi.
Okay.
Born and bred in Wenchi. Wenchi is a wonderful town. Some of us, assuming the then time there was a university in Wenchi, I don't think some of us will move out of the town simply because it's a wonderful town.
Okay.
Yeah. So born and bred there. My father is Alhaji Haruna.
No.
My mother is Habiba Lamini.
Okay.
Very wonderful couples. I think I started my Arabic education in those days. They would send it to the Malam. The Malam would write, use certain ink, which
Okay.
they would write on your Al-Fatiha, the whole of Al-Fatiha on your palm.
Wow.
Like this, that you lick it. Yeah, that's your first time of being
In the
Arabic,
Makaranta.
in the Makaranta.
Okay.
This thing just to open up your mind. That's the value of Surah Al-Fatiha.
Naam.
The one that want to touch your lips first before anything.
To open the doors
Exactly.
for your proper
So they
recitation.
write the full Al-Fatiha on your palm like this, then you lick it.
Allahu Akbar. This is revelation to me.
Yes. So it's something that I think it was working very, very well, because that opened up your mind before you start the Quran. I think I was handed over to Alaji Domba, the late Alaji Domba, Omar Domba.
Okay.
May Allah have mercy.
Amin, summa amin.
And then, in fact, it was this, you sit on the floor as usual. And I have this plywood that those days these days Quran is available everywhere.
Yes,
My
that's
brother,
true.
in those days, hardly to get the Holy Quran.
Yeah.
Even the Juzul Amma is not easy getting.
That
So what
is
they
true.
do is, if you start with Al-Fatiha, they write the whole Al-Fatiha on that plywood for you.
Yeah, that's
The one
they call it allo.
Exactly.
Naam.
So this is what you'll be using for all your Arabic. When you go to the next surah, you have it there. The second, you do it up to the certain level that you may be able to acquire a Quran.
Allahu Akbar.
So, in fact, when I got what I started with the Huruf al-Jariya,
Naam.
which is the alphabet of the Holy Quran.
Yeah.
That's the alphabet of the Arabic. In fact, when you start with the good alphabet studies, it will enable you to read Quran
Very
even
easy.
if you were not taught.
Yeah, that is true.
You read Alif Ba Ta up to
Yaun.
Yaw, and after that, their conjunctions. They have their conjunctions.
Yes.
The conjunctions will also enable you, when you open the Quran, since you're able to conjunct those alphabets, you can easily look through the Quran.
Combine the letters and pronounce the
Exactly.
words.
So, in fact, that was exactly why we started it. We're doing that in addition to, how do you call it, school as well.
Okay.
I started Arabic studies around 5 years.
Okay.
So that very 5 years, I was somewhere KG in different school. So you have to go to the Makaranta. So after the Makaranta, then you move to the
school.
The school. Though it was Arabic school, all right, means we were getting two in one in the Arabic studies.
You were lucky. You were lucky at a younger age to get it around that time.
Exactly. So you do the morning at the Makaranta level. When you get to school, you have something like the top up.
Yeah.
It was Alaji Beni Islamic School. So, in fact, I was there up to somewhere when you got to almost completing Juzu Tabarak.
Okay.
And then I moved from Alaji Domba to another Malam, that's Abubakar Surajuddin.
Okay.
Where at least I may say I spent most of my time, my Arabic studies, with Alaji Surajuddin, who is also a blessed memory. May Allah have mercy on him.
Amin, summa amin.
Also
in Wenchi.
Also in Wenchi. The one is there's a place in Wenchi they call Alaji Sura.
Okay.
That is where Alaji Tamba is. And then we go to Dar es Salaam. That is where Alaji Surajuddin.
Oh, okay.
So go to Wenchi. That's one interesting thing about Wenchi. You go to most of the areas. Almost all the areas have their malams.
Wow.
So,
then Islam actually, settled in Wenchi very early.
Sure. Because of that, if you are there, you'll be forced to learn. You'll be forced to learn the Arabic.
Absolutely.
Simply because there's a malam in your area. That's one interesting thing about Wenchi, that you go to the other areas, you hardly find it. So Alaji Surajuddin's place, I moved from Alaji Damba's place simply because all my other brothers were at Surajuddin.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, I was forced to also join them. One interesting thing, when I was at Alaji Dambe's place, one of my senior brothers, in those days, at the childhood, realized that at the age of 7, 8, something like zina is haram.
Tamam.
Is prohibited in Islam.
Exactly.
Which we were told.
Yeah.
So one day, he asked me to go and call the girlfriend. I said, no, this one I can't go. You were saying the same. I said, no, this one. He said, hi, I'm sending you, you can go. I said, no, this one. Your girlfriend. That man, I said, that woman is not your wife. So
Yes.
I won't go. I was at the Alaji Nambe's place when this man came. He came and reported me that my mother rather sent me.
And you didn't go?
I didn't go. My brother, come and see lashes.
Oh!
I received that. It took me about a week. I didn't understand why this man, what came to his mind to come to the madam, to tell the madam that this boy, the mother sent him, he didn't go.
Ooh.
In those days, it's more or less a crime for your mother to send you somewhere
and for you to refuse
to go.
Yes.
In fact, from that time, I was not for myself. I told my father that no, I want to join my other brothers at Surajide.
Yeah, okay.
So this initiated my move from
Alaji Dambe's
place
okay.
to Surajide.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
So, lo and behold, when I got there, I was rather sent back to, there was a group of students, or Makaranta students, who were in Surat al-Abasa.
Okay.
So they rather asked me to join them.
Okay.
So I joined them because of the knowledge that I have in the Huruf al-Jariya.
Yeah.
Any surah at all I pick, my brother, I read through easily.
Okay.
So I was there competing with the lack of one Salia, who is now in US.
Oh, okay.
Then one another Salia Sunkwa, who is in Kumasi now.
Okay.
And then another Insia, which also currently in Goso. I think we are 4 in number. So mostly they have given me the title, I will lead the class. But the rest of the positions, they'll be fighting
for it.
So in fact, it was a very interesting place to be. You continue from there up to almost half of Quran.
Allahu Akbar.
So when you go to almost half of the Holy Quran, you realize that there was a shortage of malams. So they have to get somebody to go and teach. So I read Quran up to the half of the Quran.
Yeah.
The rest, I'll go and teach the other children. When I come back, whatever they taught them, I can still
exactly.
Even teach them again.
Okay, because you have the huruful ijahiyya.
So in fact, sometimes when you go to our place in those days, you have to take the Quran from Surah to Nas.
Yes.
Up to Bakar. But unlike me, I just stop somewhere in the middle, and then.
Oh, okay.
Up to now, you take the Quran, you read as if you were taught. You are taken through those remaining.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, in fact, it was a very interesting place in those days. Sometimes when I think of the benefit that we got from those experiences, I pity for the current generation.
Allahu Akbar.
I tell my brother, it was very fantastic. Very, I don't even know how to, the experience, in fact, you like it, the atmosphere. Especially when you are there, somebody bring yara yara.
I recall, yes.
Yara yara, it could be masa and milk. It
that
could
is
be
true.
Rice. Sometimes the interesting. That day, I think you made your day.
Of course.
And the makaranta.
That day makaranta is sweet.
Makaranta is sweet. You can see that the following day you come very early.
That is true.
Thinking that another yara yara
will come. Sure.
So, in fact, on most occasions, we depend on those small yara yara.
Allahu Akbar. Exactly.
In fact, may Allah reward them.
All these things
made us happy
In
between the
Makaranta.
makaranta.
It's true.
May Allah reward all those.
And I also recall sometimes during those days when you get to every hizb, your parents will cook food, they'll bring it to the makaranta as sadaqah to appreciate that God has taken you to that particular level. That was also memorable.
Sure. You know, in those days, mostly the half, when you get to the half of the Holy Quran, that this thing will come.
Exactly.
The parents have to do that sadaqah.
Exactly.
And then when you complete the Holy Quran too, it's a very huge gathering.
Yeah.
That we do have. And then at least for people
That
to know
walima.
Walima. That's for people to know this guy has completed
The Quran.
The Holy Quran.
Yeah.
Wenchi, for instance, if you've not gone through the whole Quran in those days, you will never be allowed to move out.
Wow.
No parent will allow his or his son. In those days, the women were not mostly taking part to move out to either Kumasi, Tekimai, anywhere to learn trade or to be apprentice to any of the mechanics without completion of the Holy Quran.
So that was a condition.
It's a condition. Sometimes if you go to Kumasi, they will ask you, your uncle over there will ask you, have you completed Quran? When you said no, he said then go back.
You have to complete it before
you
come.
have to go and complete the Holy Quran before you come.
Allahu Akbar.
After the completion of the Holy Quran, you have to read Hadari.
Yes, I recall that book.
The Hadari, in fact, it's a very important book that every Muslim should read it. Because it gives you the basic. Everything is there.
Yeah.
The guidelines, the prayers.
Sure.
A lot of things. So some of us immediately we completed the Holy Quran and we continued with the Hadari.
Yeah.
After Hadari, we went to Ansmari.
Yes, Asmari.
After the Ansmari,
then Risala.
Risala. I went to, after the Ansmari, I went to pick the Zabura.
Yes.
So
the book
Zabura,
of Moses.
Exactly. When I took Zabura, there are some big men who come around our Malam. That's Allah Yishurajuddin to learn their tafsir and other things.
No.
One of them questioned me, small boy like you are going to read Zabura. And I said, what is in Zabura?
That I cannot read.
I cannot read. He said, you will never be happy in this world.
Allahu Akbar.
I said then, the world, at the age of maybe 16 years thereabout, I told this man that, but this world is not a happy place. So what do you want me to be happy in this world and then Yom Al-Qiyamah, the other way around? I said, no, I'll read it. He said, you will read everything in this world? I said, yes. You will never be happy. I said, I'll read it. In fact, it's a book that if you read it, you'll be touched with every move that you make on this earth.
Allahu Akbar.
So, in fact, that book helped me a lot. Even today. Whenever I'm doing any Quranic recitation, it's one of them who lead the Quran recitation. So he used to tell them that this guy, I want him not to read Zabura.
And he read Zabura.
And the Zabura has controlled him. So he said that the Zabura is still in him, as I knew the guy.
Allahu Akbar.
So it's a book that I would recommend for every Muslim to be reading it. You threw the world away.
Now, Honorable, in your journey of learning the Quran and reading the Quran, have you come across some magical touch aspect of the Quran where maybe in times of difficulty, in times of sickness, either for yourself or somebody, that you resort to the Quran and it works for you?
Yeah, my brother, I think the best medicine on this earth that we can count as a Muslim is the Holy Quran. It heals everything. It heals everything. Let me go back from somewhere 87 thereabouts. I started with my Monday, Thursday fasting. 87.
1987.
1987. I started my Thursday.
How old was I then?
So up to date, we are still doing that fast.
Since 1987.
1987.
Wow.
So we are doing this fasting plus reading of the Quran. Because of that, it always opens the doors
Of opportunities.
of opportunity for us. Where you even think there is no opportunity, there will be what? Opportunity. وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ
يجعل
يَجْعَلْ
له
لَهُ
مخرجا
مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ
حسب
لَا
لا
يَحْتَسِبُ.
يحتسب. نعم.
So you can see. So the Quran never fall down. It will never fall down when you read it. Any verse in the Quran you think you have to read for something, for spiritual intervention, it will never fall down.
It's
In those days, people move from far away, come to Wenchi, they come to read Quran. They will come, the Malams will recite Quran for them to move away. We were there in those days, we didn't understand. Later on that we got to know that the Quran is the medicine for everything on this earth.
وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء
MashaAllah.
ورحمة للمؤمنين
Exactly.
ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارة.
Exactly. So he has said it all. He has said it all. So that same Quran is still available.
Wow.
It has not changed.
Absolutely.
Since it has not changed, no verse in any Quran has changed.
It's true.
So ask yourself, why these days we are not making good use of the Holy Quran? Any difficulties we find ourselves into as a Muslim? Even sometimes the Christians, those who have the faith in the book, they come for us from Malams to recite Quran for them. How much more about you, the Muslim brother?
Allahu Akbar.
So, and then there's Haki. The Haki of the Holy Quran is, these are our lips. The Holy Quran should pass through from our lips, from Nas to Baqarah,
No.
or from Fatiha to Nas.
Naam.
Other than that, Yom Al-Qiyamah, we will render accounts for it. These are our lips should pass through all the verses. So if you're an adult, you know you can, how do you call it? You can make it. Look for a malam to take you through the surahs. Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Zalika al-Kitab, till you finish the whole thing.
Allahu Akbar.
Because that haki is out. Yom Al-Qiyamah, you're not going to answer that haki. Yes. So it's not too late. If you be your adult, maybe your child is even knowledgeable than you when it comes to, how do you call it, this makaranta.
Naam.
Your child can take you through. If you feel shy to call somebody to come and teach you,
Naam.
engage your children. Engage the knowledgeable ones among them to take you through the Holy Quran. Inshallah, you will get the blessings.
Allahu Akbar. I hope you've heard him. If you are just connecting, you are watching CME TV, and we are speaking to Honorable Alhaji Haruna Seidu. He's the MP for Wenchi. But Honorable, we are almost getting closer to the crescendo of our engagement. I know obviously there are some interesting surahs in the Quran that you personally like, but I want to know if you have personally maybe had an encounter with Allah where you needed something and then you use the Quran as maybe an intercessory tool to Allah and Allah answered that for you.
Yes. There's whoever comes to any malam, even our footballers and football fan, you are a football
person.
Yeah. So when they come, so let's go to the malam to recite Yasin for us.
Okay.
Even how do you call it, the non-Muslims.
Okay.
As for all those non-Muslims who are very deep in this football matter, as for the Yasin,
they know it.
They know it. They know the value of the Yasin.
No.
And then you have the number of times they recite it.
Yeah.
7, 21, 49, depending on the number of people or the number of participants. So it's a verse in the Quran. That's the heart we take up heart of maybe an animal, and the heart of animal out, means the animal is dead.
Exactly.
So Yasin is the heart of the Holy Quran.
No.
So since it's the heart of it, unless any difficulties that you find yourself, any need that you want from him, you recite it the number of times available, or the participant available. You check the number of times you have to recite it. He's going to answer your prayers. That is why Muslims have the word Yasin. So panuko malam no yenka Yasin emano. Yenko Yasin, yenokotoko has ekobama yekoka Yasin. They know all the. I know some football guys who interact a lot with my uncle. When they come to the office, these are some of the conversations that they have. You are going to recite Yasin. At this point, how did they get to know the value of Yasin? Those they have Makaranta and then Madrasa. Okay. That's why they classify. The Makaranta is the one we go and sit down in front of our malams, and then the Madrasa is when we sit in the classroom. So all they say, but no, from there, the Madrasa that we are having this Maulud, those things. No. The Maulud gave us a lot of knowledge. We got a lot of knowledge from the Maulud. Because of that, sometimes some of us, we find it difficult to speak against the Maulud. Because in those days, you'll be given hadith to memorize it, with the meaning. I know some Malams in Kumasi, some areas, through the Maulud, they are now knowledgeable to be in the member and other things to preach. Because that one, they'll give you, either you want to recite the Holy Quran or hadith, the 40 hadiths and those things, other hadiths that we have. They'll give you, memorize it, you go on platform, you do that, you get one hadith fully memorized.
So with that process, by 10 years time, you should have memorized about 10 hadith.
Yes, which wasn't easy.
Wow.
So if this hadith that you've been reciting on the platform tells you don't do this, do that, you are more or less
preaching to the people
and guiding yourself.
Exactly.
But since all these things are no more, the ones that are doing the Maulid, they don't even involve that aspect of that interesting aspect of
exactly little kids reciting the hadith, and it even gives a platform for you to learn public speaking.
Exactly.
How to speak it, because I recall most of my mates in Makaranta, sometimes when they are even reciting the hadith and people are giving them gifts, they stop and start crying.
Exactly.
So
it's a kind of motivation.
Exactly.
That even those who are stubborn, the Turans among them, they can look at these things also.
Yeah, when it is Molid time, they all come back to Makaranta. It's true.
But because just as you said, that money that you receive, that tips that you saw you on the platform, it motivates most of them to be part of the Maulid.
Exactly.
So I would encourage that if we can reintroduce this in most of the Arabic schools, at least something is not a serious bid'ah that we can think of, and I think we can introduce it to help the youth or the upcoming ones to have that courage to be preaching to the others.
Allahu Akbar. Now, Honorable, it's been an incredible journey looking at how you went through your Makaranta, education. But then, how impactful has it been on your life? Apart from the Western education that you had, the Makaranta education, how did it prepare you for the current roles that you are performing in your life?
Yeah, just as I was saying, in fact, very numerous. Very, very numerous. At each stage, I feel what I did or what I went through in those days. Every stage in my life, I have that feeling.
Allahu Akbar.
When you go to Wenchi these days, a lot of the guys there call me Malam. Malam. You get to a point, people will call you Malam. Those who don't know don't understand. Till those same guys tell them, hey, you taught me Arabic.
Wow. So they are surprised to see a member of parliament who was
Exactly.
once an Arabic teacher.
Exactly. If I tell you, at the like Surajidin, before I left for secondary school, before I left for polytechnic, because once I was in secondary school, I was still teaching the young ones.
Okay.
So I can count like about 15 groups, 15 good groups that have taken them through the Holy Quran.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes. So each, you take them up to the end, they'll go and graduate. You go for another batch, take them to the end, they'll go and graduate.
Wow.
So I did that till I left Wenchi for Sunyani, when I got the admission at Sunyani Polytechnic.
Mm-hmm.
I was still teaching them when I was at secondary school. And I went to boarding house that I paused a bit, but when we were on vacation, I just go and take over. So you see that when I come there, because our mother has come. Because of the way I have time for them.
Yes.
Now, people are wondering, where from this guy he came and just grabbed Wenchi seat for 24 good years?
So you've been the MP for 24 years?
No, MPP has been on the seat for 24 good years.
Okay.
So this guy from nowhere just came on. That is the impact. The impact of what I did to the people through this Arabic.
Allahu Akbar.
So if I taught you before, you're an MPP member, can you compare against me?
No, you can't.
So if I taught you in classroom, I was also teaching mathematics. In those days, mathematics was like a lion. I was teaching mathematics free of charge.
Wow.
Yes, I was busy. My brother, you see me busy going around and see they are paying me. No, I'll go to this school, move here, organizing extra classes for people, teaching some of them Arabic. Sometimes they also come to my house. The serious ones among them, they follow me to my house to come and be learning the Holy Quran.
Wow.
So that has made the work. I can see that after the impact a lot. But the current one you can talk about is my position as a member of parliament, which I will attribute to the children that I was teaching, their prayers, their support, that made me MP today.
Allahu Akbar. Reading through your journey, you are more or less, or you are more like, a preacher. You should have been a malam, an imam somewhere. So, how did politics come along the line?
Yeah, just as you said, my malam, Allah Surajidin, may Allah have mercy on him. Allah Surajidin, normally when there's a funeral in Wenchi, you have this preaching where people sit on the malam sit on the ground.
No.
So sometimes when I go, you'll be making mockery of me. You say, you see this man sitting here, this is your seat, you're supposed to be here. Any blessed day I go to him, or I meet him at the funeral ground, you say, you see, you abandon your seat for somebody to come and occupy. So it's very true, but it's the people's wish.
No.
Sometimes this is our journey to Parliament. Somewhere 2008, I was approached. I said no. I was then busy working with my uncle. I said no. More or less, I'm the life wire of the company. I can't move out. We were there 2024. Another call again. I was then doing my masters. I said no.
That was 2004.
That's
2012.
2012. That's 2012 rather. Sorry. So 2016, another call again. I said no. I was then 2016. I then finished my masters in 2015. And I told them that I've applied for a PhD program, which will take off from 16 going. So right after the 2016 election, I was approached again that, Master, this one, whether you like it or not,
you have to come.
You have to come. That our research showed that you are the only person who can get this Wenchi seat for us. I said, any proof? Yeah, then they prove it to me.
Wow.
Then they have to arrange. The headache was how my uncle is going to Alaji Lamini.
Alaji Abu Lamin
Alaji Abu Lamini
of Asante Kotoko.
of Asante Kotoko.
Oh wow.
Yes. So I'm a phobia.
But your uncle is a fabulous.
Kotoko, everything in my office.
Then you are part of the reasons why Kotoko were unable to beat Has during those times.
Yeah, so when you can't have any secret, I also call my people. So, in fact, it was very interesting being with him, and then it's more or less the life wire of the entire family.
Wow.
We always pray for Allah's blessing for him. To keep holding the family to the level that at least is service to the family. Everybody is benefiting.
Allahu Akbar.
Everybody is benefiting from the Wenchi. You go to Wenchi, you mention his name. You can see that he's a man that you have to always be praying for.
Allahu Akbar.
Inshallah.
Allahu Akbar.
So it has not been all that easy.
So you were forced, by the constituents
to. It has not been easy for him to release me. That day he worked.
Wow.
You are going. Who is going to take care of the company? I said, oh, no, you are in this modern world. Wherever I am, I can be sending the pro forma quotations and other things. So I like, you don't worry. Let's go and try and see. So till we went in and then we tried it. With a very strong opponent, Professor Jamba for the then Minister for Planning. Nobody thought we can beat Prof to about 3,000 margin.
Allahu Akbar.
It was not easy. So all these are because of the relationship we have with the people. Up to now, some people are still dreaming that they want to wake up and say, oh, they want to sit. NGC didn't win. But that's Allah's work. Allah has done his work.
Yeah.
And then there is nothing that can prevent it from being done. Yeah, so that pushes to this, the confidence that the people had in us. In those days, when we're teaching them Quran, we're teaching them mathematics, English, taking them free extra classes and other things. I think that is the worth of the service that we done to the community.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Now, Honorable, which surah in the Quran, would you say that this surah I struggled in reading it?
And though the Quran, if you leave Quran one day, it will leave you about 1 month.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Yes. That's a clear cut. If you put the Quran down for some time, you go and pick, you want to read it, it becomes headache.
Yeah.
Because of that, at least some of us every morning, you have to read the Holy Quran. If even every morning you couldn't do that, at least every other day, you have to take the Quran and still read through.
No.
Yes.
No.
So I will encourage my Muslim brothers to adopt this culture of reading the Holy Quran every morning before you even go out. It serves as a protection. It's a medicine for you to walk out from your house with it.
Allahu Akbar. Now, so we are almost at the end of our interaction with the Honorable. He'll be reading his best surah in the Quran for us for a few minutes, and so we will listen to it. Honorable, which surah is your best in the Quran?
It's very difficult for me to.
Okay, so Honorable will read any verse that suits his heart in the Quran for us in the next 2-3 minutes, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا يوم ترجف الراجفة تتبعها رادفة أبصارها خاشعة يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الخافرة أئذا كنا عظاما نخرة قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم بساخرة هل أتاك حديث موسى إذ ناداه ربه بالوادي المقدس طوى اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى فقل هل لك إلى أن تزكى وأهديك إلى ربك فتخشى فأراه الآية الكبرى فكذب وعصى ثم أدبر يسعى فحشر فنادى فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى فأخذه نكال الآخرة والأولى إن في ذلك لعبرة لمن يخشى أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها رفع سمكها فسواها وأغطش ليلها وأخرج دهاها أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها والجبال أرساها متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى يوم تذكر الإنسان ما سعى وبرزت الجحيم لمن يرى فأما من اتقى وآثر الحياة الدنيا فإن الجحيم هي المأوى يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها فيما أنت من ذكراها إلا ربك منتهاها إنما أنت منذر من يخشاها كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you very much. May Allah reward you for the time that you have had for us. May Allah reward you for the recitation. And to you, the one watching us, this must be an inspiration for you. Never forget your Qur'an. Wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, whoever you think you are, you were created by somebody. There's a purpose for your life. The Qur'an is a dictionary of life. The Qur'an is the manual of life. Never run away from it. Never leave it. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله لرب العالمين. So until we meet again, keep sticking and staying with us. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to our page. We'll be bringing you much more intriguing interviews as we have done with Honorable. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.